Well, hello there. I realized not even once on this channel have I introduced myself. Hi, my name is Kim. Welcome to my channel. If you're coming back, then welcome back.
It's great to see you again.
So, the title of this video is slightly clickbait because today is not the day of my birthday party.
No.
Today I am just practicing my makeup for my birthday party. I know, I'm sorry, but it takes me so long to do my makeup when I want to do it right, and I had to practice it anyways because my birthday is Euphoria themed, and of course I'm doing a bunch of, I don't even really know what I'm doing yet, but I know I'm doing some nuts. So, am I even filming right now? Sorry, just had an anxiety moment. Yeah, I have to practice my makeup, so I thought, you know what? How about while I practice my makeup, I sit down and do a little Q&A. I asked on my Instagram story for you guys to ask me some questions. I did get a good few, which I was kind of surprised by. Unfortunately, I had to write the ones I've chosen. That better not have went in my water. It didn't, we're good. I had to write down the ones I've chosen because I'm using my phone to film this video, as I am a very new YouTuber and I have not gotten a professional camera yet. So, we're taking it old school, using the old pen and paper. Anyways, instead of filming this on the actual day of getting ready, I thought it'd be better to do it today. Today is Wednesday, my party is on Saturday. I thought it'd be better to do it ahead of time when I practice my makeup. Actually, my friend gave me the idea. Shout out Critch, love ya. I just take so long getting ready, and as I've mentioned before in my videos, even if I plan my time accordingly, things just seem to happen and I end up late. And I really don't want to be late for my own birthday party. So we're gonna do this here today so that I don't waste any time on Saturday when time is much more of the essence. Without further ado, I am going to get into my makeup. This is my bare face. I may try and fix you a couple times because I don't know what your angle is like. I don't know what you can see. This is better? I don't know. I can't see you because you're my phone. I suppose I'll show you what products and stuff I'm using at the same time because I don't think I've ever actually done that in a video, and this is like a getting ready with me. So gotta start with Old Faithful. This stuff is the best. It is nectar from the gods. I'm not even joking with you. I have such dry skin, especially in the winter time, and there has been no expensive cream that I've tried that helps me. I do this because I hate things getting under my fingernails. It drives me crazy. I don't like the feeling of it, so that's my way to avoid getting a big old glob of moisturizer under my nails. But this is truly Old Faithful for me. Oh, it's so thick, so creamy. My skin used to be so bad, dryness-wise, that like if I put anything on my face, like any kind of concealer, foundation, anything at all, it would just be massive flakes, like all over the place. It was not pretty. So if you have dry skin, and you've yet to try CeraVe, I think that's how you pronounce this, you should really try it because woohoo! Next I go on with an oil. I'm going to use retinol oil today. I'm almost out of this actually, so I'm going to have to pour it, which is scary. Okay, that should be good. I'm going to put this mainly in those areas that get dry. I'm already getting flustered, so I'm going to go put on a t-shirt. 1 second. Much better. I get flustered super easily. Okay, let's get into this. That's all I do to prime my face. I don't believe in face primers. I don't think any of them work. I think it's a marketing scheme. Oh, basically everything that I use is a drugstore product because I am broke. I've mentioned that before. I'm just so broke. I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte. I've used this stuff for years. I find I like the way it makes my face look the best. And while I do this, how about we get into some of the questions? The first question I got said, I'd love to hear some tips about gaining confidence in the gym. It can be a scary place. Tell me about it. So when I first started going to the gym, well, I guess when I started going to the gym myself, because me and my friends used to go back in high school. It was like a social club for us. I'm not even joking. So when I started going myself regularly, it was probably about 7 or so years ago now. You're probably gonna hear my cats in the background because they love to get into everything. Specifically Sailor. She's my kitten. Anyways, I very much struggled with confidence when I was first getting in the gym, and you know what? I still struggle with it sometimes. Not in the same sense as I used to. I'll still go and do my workouts if I'm feeling insecure. I don't, you know, second guess myself as much as I used to, but it took me a very, very long time to get there. So I would say first and foremost, which is going to be annoying because if I were watching this, I'd be so annoyed if someone said this, but you need to have patience with yourself.
You suck!
Patience with the process, just patience in general, which trust me, I don't have a lot of it, but it, like anything else, is something that you have to adjust to. So for most people, when they're going to a new place, a new anything, it's a little bit daunting, a little bit scary. So add physical activity in the mix, like working out in front of other people, and it gets very, very scary. So I think my number one tip is finding a spot in the gym that you're comfortable with and starting there. So you want to start out really, really slow. Don't expect to go into the gym your first time, second time, third time and go over in the big weight section if that's what you find scary. Whatever it is that you personally find scary, you can't expect to get over that hurdle off the hop. So if you can find a spot in the gym where you're comfortable, whether that be a little corner, whether that be one of the private rooms, that's what I personally did to start out. I would always do workouts that I could do with a dumbbell, kettlebell, barbell that was pre-weighted, and I would go work out in one of the workout rooms, like one of the group fitness rooms that you can go in and work out in. I would do that because I wasn't comfortable working out in front of so many other people, whereas in the workout room, there's just usually a couple other people that are working out with you. So finding a spot where you're comfortable in the gym is a big one. At first, you may have to tailor your workouts to be in a smaller space, like using dumbbells, kettlebells, those pre-weighted barbells. If you use those kind of items, you can kind of take them all to one little spot and just work out in that one spot instead of having to travel around to multiple different places. I found that really, really helped me at first. And then as I started going to the gym more, getting more comfortable, I slowly started adding in some workout machines, eventually the squat rack, other things that were outside of the room. And I, again, very slowly implemented these into my workout. So instead of doing everything in the room, I was doing maybe 80% in the room and 20% out of the room. And then slowly it was 50-50. And then before I knew it, I wasn't in the room at all. Now I literally never go into the private rooms, like ever. Maybe to stretch or something at the end, but even so, I'll typically just use the mats or whatever that's laying out in the gym. So that would be one of them. I'd also make sure you get a good tour of the gym, whether that's yourself, with a friend, with someone that works there. I would get someone to kind of show you around and show you everything that's there so that you don't feel like you're completely in the dark. Because that can be daunting as well. If you're like, oh, okay, cool, I'll just do a dumbbell workout, or I'll just do a barbell workout or a kettlebell workout, and then you don't really know where to go to get those things, it can be frustrating. So especially if you live in a place with a large gym or you're going to a very large gym, it might be helpful to get one of those entry tours, or if you know someone that's there, maybe get them to show you around. That's another great tip too. I'd say it's probably going to be my last one for this question. If you have a gym friend, you know, if you haven't chosen a gym yet, but one of your friends is constantly going to the gym, they're really motivated, they're in there all the time, they're comfortable there, tag along with that gym friend. I promise you they're not going to mind. Anytime anyone's asked me to go to the gym with them, I just get excited for it because I'm like, oh my god, wow, I'm going to make a gym friend. This is so cool. Go with someone that is comfortable because they'll be able to show you the ropes. They'll be able to make sure that your form is good. If you're with somebody else, they can kind of critique you a bit, right? Which can help your anxiety. Actually, I know that I said I was going to end it off, but I think to actually end it off, what I will say is, if you're feeling insecure in the gym, I promise you you're not the only one, and everyone is most likely just worried about themselves. If they're not, they're probably an asshole and their opinion doesn't matter. Almost everyone that I know has the same issue with feeling like they look stupid in the gym. But if everyone is feeling that way, then no one's really looking around at other people, they're really just focusing on themselves. And that is truly what happens with 90% of the people there. Yes, there are a couple of assholes here and there that will judge your form, judge this, judge that, but they don't matter. They are not going to make or break your fitness journey. You know, only you can do that. So not going to the gym because you're avoiding that one person. Don't let them hold that power over you. All in all, tips, gaining confidence in the gym. 1, have patience with yourself. It's going to take some time and more sessions in the gym before you're comfortable. 2, Start small. Make your workouts not have a lot of equipment. Go into a workout room, go into a corner of the gym, somewhere that's small, more compact, where you can feel comfortable, like you're not, all eyes on you in the middle of the gym. 3, find a gym buddy, find a friend, go with a friend, sign up to your friend's gym. Do whatever you gotta do, but go work out with your friend, because I promise you, you're gonna feel a lot better, a lot more secure when you have somebody else there. And lastly, not really a tip for this, but just a little comment. People probably are not paying attention to you in the gym. They are most likely worried about themselves, worried about what you are thinking about them. People are self-centered as hell, and they are not worried about you. They're worried about themselves. So you do you. You smash your goals. You get your butt in the gym. And don't worry about those people, okay? Worry about yourself. It feels strange letting myself talk because I'm such a talker. And usually in my videos, I'm like editing out so much talking because I don't shut the frig up. So this is going to be strange editing this video where I'm actually letting myself just like talk freely instead of trying to like mask it. Okay, moving on to concealer. I don't really care about how good my face makeup looks right now because I'm not doing anything after this. I'm just going to bed. It's more the eye makeup that's going to be like fun, but for concealer I use another Old Faithful. Oh my god, with hair on it. Cute. I don't even know what this is called. Instant Age Rewind Eraser from Maybelline. If you were on YouTube in the 2016 era, you know this. You know this very well. Actually, it's probably before then. It was probably like 2010, honestly, that this puppy came to be. Because I remember all the gurus back in the day, before I even really did my makeup, were using this guy. This is part of my contour. I don't know if this works, but this is just where I end up putting my concealer. It's a routine now, it's a habit. Okay, next question. Will you be getting more in depth about your mental health history / diagnosis? Yes. Yes, I will indeed. I actually plan on making a video exactly about that, like what I've been through in my life, my diagnoses, my mental health history, my history with therapy, all that fun jazz. I plan on making a full dedicated video on that. However, for the sake of this and for the sake of the question, I was diagnosed with depression when I was about 14 years old, anxiety when I was about, I think I was around the same age when I was first diagnosed with anxiety. I think it was around 14 or 15, but I didn't realize that was more social anxiety until I was about 22. Before then, I wasn't pointed out that it was a social anxiety. It was just kind of like, oh, you have anxiety, but like, I don't have impending doom. I'm not like always afraid that bad things are going to happen to me and stuff. Like, I do have a little bit of that, but not really. My main fears are more with what people are thinking about me. When I'm having a conversation with someone, am I being weird? Are they thinking weird things of me? Is someone reading my phone while I'm out in public and thinking that I'm weird because of the things I'm looking at on my phone? Can people hear my music when I'm driving down the road and are judging me based on my music choice? Like, that's my form of anxiety through and through. So I don't have any other diagnoses. However, I am in the process currently of figuring out if I have ADHD because it's a possibility that is also something that I am facing based on my symptoms. And lastly, which has come into play in the past 3 or 4 years, is PTSD. So I haven't officially gotten like a written diagnosis saying that I have PTSD, but it appears, according to my doctor, who is just my general physician, not a psychiatrist, she was like, by the sounds of it, this looks like PTSD to me. Based on the experiences I went through, it seems as though I do have a bit of PTSD as well. So that's where I'm at currently. I will definitely keep you posted on the ADHD thing. Now it's time to powder this bitch. This is a good dupe for the Laura Mercier setting powder. At least I think it's a good dupe for it. It's a very fine milled powder, which is what the Laura Mercier powder is. The only thing I don't like about it is that it's scented. I find that's just such a thing with cheap products when they add scent to it. Like, just don't add it. I would rather not have it smell like anything. But I find this says like an actual like strong perfumey type scent, and I don't like that, and I feel like that's probably not good for your face. I was not supposed to powder my eye just then. I don't know how people do this. Like influencers, actual YouTubers. I say that as if I don't actually have a YouTube channel that I'm uploading videos to on a regular basis, but you know what I mean, like the real YouTubers. I don't know how they like actually get ready for things and talk, because I can't multitask for shit. Probably was a really good suggestion for my friend to do this, not while I was actually getting ready, because I wouldn't be paying attention. Oh, wasn't supposed to powder that eye either. Cool. I mainly just powder You guys know the drill, I'm sure. You watch plenty of people powder their faces in their day. I don't do anything unique. This is me contouring now with this guy that apparently is over, but I don't care because I like it. So I'll do the kissy face and put it where the hollow of my cheek is. And then lately I've also been dragging it down here to make it look more angular, like my face is sharper than it is. I also like to really try and like drag it into my hairline so it looks like it's natural. Then I try and remove my double chin. Isn't that successful? If you know a better tip, please let me know. Try to make her look good and existent because my jaw lately is not really that existent. Bring it down my neck so it doesn't look like I'm wearing as much makeup as I am. All about faking it, you know? I didn't cover that pimple because I don't know how to cover pimples. How do you guys do it? Like, is it just because I use cheap products? Is that why? Because some of you guys can really cover pimples and I just don't know how. I'm not very good at it at all. Then of course I'm putting it on the tops of my forehead, not the tops. I don't have two foreheads. You know, I have a 4 head, but I don't have 2 of them. I don't have an 8 head.
I hope I don't have an 8 head.
And then I also do that whole like 3 thing that was popular back in like 2008. You know, where you make like a 3 on your face. I do that to finish it all off. I just like things to be very blendy. Okay, and then I pop on some nose contour. Ooh. I'll try to make that bitch as skinty as she can be. And then I add a little button at the bottom. I don't know why I said that so aggressively. Button. A little button nose. I actually didn't even realize this until I started contouring my nose, but I kind of have a small button nose. Hate to brag. I know that's annoying, but there actually is like a little button there. So I kind of love that for me. Thank you, world, for letting me realize that I have like an okay nose. It's not my worst feature. Woo! On that note, let's start a new question. Before I do that though, I am not going to buff this out until like the very end. So I'm gonna look pretty crazy. Blush. Blush is next. So all my blush cracked into the little container that I used to organize my makeup, like just into one little section. So I just used that little section because I don't want to buy a new blush. But it is, I'm pretty sure I got this free because it was my birthday. The Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Party. Just like the really pinky one. Of course, we are putting this up nice and high on the cheekbone, basically up into my temple. Good enough, good enough. And then also we'll put a little bit on that button. Now it's time for brows. I use medium brown from Anastasia. Sometimes I'll just use this, but sometimes I will add in the Dip Brow pomade, like just to kind of shape them more towards the outside. And then, yeah, so in case you're wanting an explanation. And then, yeah, is what I do. Who is your biggest inspiration? Yes, I just licked this. I have never washed this. I lick it every time, and I've never washed it. Do with that information what you will. I don't want to know what's going on back here bacteria-wise. I don't want to swab this and put it in a petri dish. My biggest inspiration, that's hard. I don't know how to like say this without it sounding shitty. I don't really think I have one. Maybe not one in particular. It depends on what aspect of life we're talking about. There's a lot of people that I look up to that I think are really great people, but for different reasons. There's not like one single person that I'm like, I want to be like you. Like you make me want to do these things with my life. Does that make sense? I will say fitness-wise. I do think fitness-wise, my biggest inspiration is Melanie Stewart. M Stewart Fitness is her Instagram account. She's, oh my god, I just think that she's incredible. She, first of all, has overcome an eating disorder and is killing it. And I think that that's just very inspirational because I know to an extent how hard that is to do. And I don't know, just seeing someone do so well with it and like maintain that, I don't know. So I'm really inspired by her for that reason. But not only that, she is a powerhouse. Like this girl can shoulder press 50 pounds on either side. Like she can shoulder press 50s.
What?
She's so strong. She can do those crazy like plyo push-ups and like, I don't know. She's just clearly very strong physically, but she's also very strong mentally with everything that she's overcome. And that is really inspirational to me. I don't really know about other places in life, like YouTubers or like I don't think there's any YouTubers that's my inspiration. Like there's no like one YouTuber that like I want to be like you. Do you know what I mean? I know this is gonna sound really lame, but I very much, what is that saying? Beat to my own drum. I do my own thing. I clear my own path. I want to be myself, you know? Like I'm not trying to be like anybody else. I'm trying to be like me, a good version of me. So there's no one that I exactly look up to in that sense to be like, yeah, like her path was great. I want to follow a path like that. Like, no, I'm just trying to figure out what is going to be best for me, what's going to work for my life, which I think is very different, at least the way my brain works. I think it's very different from a lot of people. So I've yet to come across somebody that I've been like, wow, I really look up to you in every sense of the matter, you know? I'm going to do my eyebrows and then keep talking because this is impossible. I have Rex Orange County's new album stuck in my head. I've been listening to it like basically on repeat since it came out. So good. Where was I looking just then? So good. If you've never listened to his music, you most definitely should do that. Okay, next. I actually got 2 questions about this, which I thought was funny. Are you seeing anyone? And then, are you single or paired? I am indeed single. I'm very, very single, but in all honesty, I think that that's the right move for me right now. I know that sounds really cliche, like I'm working on myself, but like, it's not really that. It's just, I don't think mentally I'm in the right headspace to be in a relationship. At least the past few guys I've spoken to, I don't know, I get caught up really quickly. I don't know. I just get so obsessive. Like, it might not even necessarily be about the person, like I'm obsessed with the person, but I get obsessive about like what they're thinking about me and if they like me, if I'm going to be accepted by them, even if I don't even really like them in the first place. I just get so caught up on if I'm doing something wrong, if I'm saying the wrong thing, if I'm looking the wrong way, if I'm on social media coming across the wrong way. Like, are they going to be judging me for that? Are they going to reject me for that? Like, I'm apparently really afraid of rejection, and it alters how I talk to people. Like, I find it really hard to actually just be myself when I talk to guys. I'm always wondering, like, how do they want me to respond? What are they looking for from me? And I don't want to date someone going into it like that. I want it to be easy and natural. Well, not easy, because I know dating isn't easy, but like natural. And I want to feel like I can be myself, not like I'm so caught up in what they think of me that I don't even know what I think of them, you know? I want to make sure that I'm in a space where I'm good enough with myself. I'm like, I know my worth. I know all these things are very cliche things, but like, I really want to be able to find someone that is right for me, not try to be right for someone. I guess that's the best way I can put it. So I'm not really dating at the moment. I'm kind of actively avoiding it. But that in turn is also causing issues because, I mean, intimacy is a human emotion that most of us really need and want. And even though I'm saying, like, I know it's not best for me right now to be dating, and I definitely don't want to do the casual thing because I did that for a long time, and that was definitely not for me either because I am crazy. It has me stuck because I do still crave intimacy. I do still, you know, want that closeness to somebody here and there. Like, I do have those moments, but it's hard. It's hard when you're caught in the middle of your own head like this. Caught between a rock and a hard place, am I right? So yeah, I am not taken, and I'm not planning to be taken anytime soon. I'll leave it at that. This is the part that's going to be different that I don't really know what I'm doing yet, but we will figure that out as we go, I suppose. I guess I could say my inspiration is Maddie. Like, I'm very much trying to go for like a Maddie type look on Euphoria, but like, I just don't know. I definitely want to add some jemmies to my eyes. I also do have this fun palette that I've had for literally ever that I could use as like a base, perhaps. See, I'm thinking I don't want to go too crazy with shadow because I'm probably going to go crazy with glitter, you know? First of all, I have this massive pack of glitters and stuff from Dollarama. I also have a couple packs of these, which I don't really like the big ones, but I was hoping to just use like these little jemmies. So I have some of these. These are just stickers. These are just straight up stickers. And then I have these, which have even tinier ones. That's why I bought these. I'm gonna start with just a white. Okay, actually I'm gonna try to put one of these on my face, I think. Just to see it. Just for shits and gigs. Like, why not? Because I'm in a silly, goofy mood. Oh, she's like butter. Oh, okay, she's kind of pretty. This could look nice. I don't hate it, that's for sure. I also literally still have eyelash glue on my eyelash, if that's what that is. So that's cute. I'm walking around with that all week. Okay, that's actually kind of like really pretty. I'm gonna try to top that with the shoreline and hope that it doesn't ruin what I have going, because I like this a lot. I just feel like it's not gonna stay if I don't put like a shadow over it. Do you know what I mean? Okay, cute. Cute. I'm now gonna take my Naked 3, my favorite of the Naked palettes, and I'm going to use this lighter pinky, kind of purpley shade. That's my go-to for my crease. I think I'm actually gonna put some of the purpley color under my eye as well, which can be dangerous because we don't want to go into bruise territory. I suppose I should answer another question. Hey, I'm like putting it off because it's really hard to multitask. She says as she goes in for liquid eyeliner, the hardest step of them all. How do you keep up with going to the gym so often? I find it hard to get into a routine with it. This is a tough one. This looks different for everybody. And what I would say is, with this question, the way it's worded is, I find it hard to get into a routine with it. Usually when I see people that are really struggling to get into fitness, and myself, when I struggled to really get into fitness, it was because I was doing way too much off the hop. I was like shocking my system, trying to change everything at once. So like I would completely change my diet, be like, you know what, tomorrow I'm eating all healthy and then I'm going to the gym. And it'd be like, I'm gonna go to the gym 5 to 6 days a week. I'm going to eat crazy healthy meals, no junk food whatsoever. And I just think that that's too large of a change, and it's gonna be really hard to maintain because it's so drastic. So like, if you're not someone that's going to the gym and you're trying to then go to the gym 5 to 6 days a week, your body is not going to handle that energy change very well because you're just not used to it. It's a shock. So I guess my first tip for that is start really slow, which can be annoying because you just want the quick results, and I know that, but like it's better for it to take longer for you to see results, but for you to see them and have them last than it is to try and do these drastic changes to get quick results just to end up, you know, gaining back all the weight you lost, losing the muscle you gained, you know, like having your body just entirely change back and potentially, you know, go in a worse direction. Here's how I look at it. Say there's 2 weeks that go by and you only lose half a pound in 2 weeks, right? This is coming from a weight loss standpoint because it's the only way that I really know how to describe it. So if you're losing half a pound every 2 weeks and you're like, oh, this is taking forever, I'm annoyed with this, I want to be seeing results quicker, I want more weight loss, and then you eventually give up because you're like, this just isn't for me, I can't do this, it's too hard. If you had kept going, think of where you would have been in 6 months or in a year. You would have seen a massive change, crazy results if you just had stuck with it, because sustainability is the key to all of this. You have to find what is sustainable for you. So in saying that as well, back to this question, like if you are trying to force yourself to go in and do cardio 3 days a week, so you're going in there and every time you're going to the gym, you're doing hours and hours of walking or jogging, or you're on the elliptical and that's all you're doing and you hate it, and you're trying to force yourself to get in there and do cardio because you think it's gonna help you lose weight or it's gonna help you do this or do that. If you're just trying to do these things because you want to see a physical change, I get it. But you have to find other motivators as well. You have to find things that you actually like doing to some extent, or you're not gonna do it. Like when I say that I enjoy working out, I mean it. I genuinely enjoy working out. Am I excited to go to the gym every single day? No. There's a lot of days that I don't want to go to the gym, but I genuinely mean it when I say there's a lot of days that I genuinely want to go because I like going. I like doing what I do in the gym. If you absolutely dread it constantly, you're not gonna keep up with it. Because why would you? Why would you put yourself through that, you know? So you need to find things that you like. You need to start slow and keep a schedule that you can actually keep over time, not just something that will work for the next month or so that you can just push through the tiredness, push through the fatigue, push through whatever for like X amount of time. Like, no, it has to be something that you'll be able to do long term. Otherwise, it's not going to work. I'm trying to think of like another point that I have to make here, but that's basically it. I think for me, honestly, part of why I am so motivated in the gym, or why it's just always a part of my everyday, a little part of me is afraid of gaining weight back. So I lost a lot of weight many years ago. It's actually my next question, so I guess we'll get into that one. Do you mind talking about how much weight you lost / how you did it? Thanks. So about 6 or 7 years ago now, I lost 180 pounds. That's around the weight that I currently am. So I lost a whole me. For a while there, when I first lost weight, it was actually more than I had weighed. So I had lost more than I had weighed. So I think for me, a large motivator is not going back to those ways, because life was so much harder when I was obese. I was technically considered obese, and life was just, everything was a struggle. Walking up a set of stairs, I was winded. I couldn't put my own shoes on sometimes. Like, there's literally occasions where my dad had to do up sandals and stuff for me because I couldn't reach my feet. And I think the fear of ever experiencing that again is very strong in me. So that is, I guess, for me, a big motivator is I know how hard life can be on the other end of the spectrum. So I really like to try and stay active, eat better, do all those things so that life is at least not as hard in that sense. Even though, you know, the fitness lifestyle is hard as well in different ways, I would take this hard over that hard any day, hands down. So I did lose 180 pounds. Very crazy when I think about it now, because it's just, life just feels different now. Like, it just feels like two different chapters of life. This is one and that was one. But yeah, big accomplishment. It is one of the biggest things I think I've ever accomplished. And when I think back on it, it's crazy thinking about all the work that I put into it, because I did work really, really hard. I've never been so dedicated to something in my life. So I am very proud of myself for accomplishing that, but it wasn't all healthy. At first I did do it the healthy way, but I got myself into some other unhealthy habits as well along the path, all of which I will get into in another future video. I plan on making a video dedicated to my weight loss, talking about the healthy ways I did it, the unhealthy habits I got into, how to try and combat those, just my history with it. I don't know. I'm gonna just make a video talking about all of that stuff specifically. So if you're curious about any of that, stay tuned, because it will be coming soon. Okay, eyeliner time. Now, I'm gonna try and make this a very small wing, like not very thick. And then I'm going to try and draw a little bit up top. And then inside that little triangle on either side, I'm going to try and put some jimmies. That's my concept. Okay. That's something. That is something. Now we have to replicate it. Replicate it. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Things are happening. I'm actually obsessed with this. I keep looking at my brows and I'm like, yeah, yep, I want that forever. Don't think I'm going to do lashes tonight because I don't want to waste them, but I'm thinking I'm going to go with these guys. I do have this double up set, but I just quickly put them on an older pair that I wore last weekend, and it basically covers all the gems. Like, they're really intense lashes and I don't want to cover the gems, so I think I'm going to go with the more naked lash ones. Okay, just took off the other stuff. Now let's put some of this on my lips, see what this is like. I don't know, I'm not loving any lipstick on me lately. I don't know if anyone goes through phases like that where you're just like hate your own makeup on yourself, but I'm going through one. Ooh, see, this could be cool. That's so cute. Why do I love that so much? Oh my god, that looks so cute. And the last question that I had written down, considering this is supposed to be a Q&A and I forgot, is any travel plans this summer, which unfortunately I do not have any travel plans. My plans are saving. I am having another summer of saving because I'm very tired of being broke and I need to work on my financial situation like big time. So that's what I'm doing this summer. Not traveling, which breaks my heart because I love to travel and it's been so long since I've been somewhere. Like, I don't think I've ever went this long my entire life without traveling somewhere. Before, when I was in cheerleading, we at least had one trip every single year that we went on. So it was like, you know, you at least had your cheer trip and you're getting out and going somewhere, and I'm not in cheer anymore, so I don't have that now. But that's that. I'm not entirely ready. This makeup look is definitely lacking in the lash department, which I think would fully bring it together, but I will insert a couple of clips here of me actually done up on my birthday with my hair and my lashes and whichever lipstick I decide to go with, and my full outfit, because I'm sure you're gonna want to see that, so I'll insert that here. That's the video. I know it was kind of an odd one, but I thought I would just introduce myself a little more, which I don't even really think I did that. I didn't even really say that much about myself. It was more just tips on gym things, but I asked some questions and that's what you guys wanted to know. So I tried my best to answer as best as I could. I need to stop talking now. I'm very tired. It is like almost 11 p.m. I gotta get up tomorrow at 5 in the morning for an early a.m. workout, so I'm gonna go to bed now. But if you watched this entire video, I appreciate you. If you have subscribed to me, I appreciate you. If you haven't done that yet, please do. The button is down below, super easy to click. You can also click the little bell next to it. You get notified every single time I upload a video, like that fun weight loss one that's gonna come out. Also, there's gonna be a video on my Euphoria birthday party, so lots of fun things coming. I'm just saying, you might want to know when I'm going to post. Oh, I feel like such a dummy saying that. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel so very much, and again, I appreciate you. I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, whatever time it is that you're watching this, and thank you again for watching. All right, that's it for me. Bye.